The moment you enter the room, your dog reacts. Before you speak, before you even look their way. Their eyes lift, their body softens, and in that instant, they're asking a silent question. Is this a moment of love? Dogs don't just hear us, they read us. Our tone, our energy, our intention. Science proves it. They understand far more than we think, and just a few simple words can change the way they feel in seconds. In this video, you're going to learn 6 ordinary words that become extraordinary when spoken with the right emotion. 6 words that tell your dog instantly, you belong with me, you're safe with me. Let's unlock the first one. Come. A simple word, a familiar word, but when you speak it with intention, it becomes something entirely different in your dog's world. Most people say come as a command, a cue that expects obedience. But to a dog, the tone is everything. When you soften your voice, when you let the word breathe, come transforms from an order into an invitation, an open door to safety, comfort, and closeness. Dogs don't respond because they fear consequences. They respond because they feel your emotion first. Behavioral studies have shown that dogs create emotional associations between your tone and your actions, long before they understand what the word truly means. That's why when you say come with warmth instead of pressure, something shifts inside them. The word becomes a promise instead of a demand. Imagine saying it gently at night when the house is quiet. You whisper come, and your dog lifts their head. Not because they're trained, not because they're afraid to disappoint you, but because they trust the feeling behind your voice. If they tilt their head, if they inch forward, that is not obedience, that is belonging. It is their way of saying, I think I'm safe with you. And when you reward that moment, a soft praise, a gentle touch, even just your steady presence, your dog begins to understand the deeper meaning behind the word. Come becomes the place where kindness waits for them. Over time, it stops being a directive and becomes a connection point, a bridge between your world and theirs. Tonight, try it differently. Don't stand tall. Lower your voice. Don't command. Invite. Say come in a way that tells your dog they are wanted, not required. If they choose to walk toward you, even slowly, celebrate that choice. Because what you're building isn't obedience. You're building trust, the kind that lasts a lifetime. Good. It seems like such a small word, something we toss out casually a dozen times a day. But to a dog, good is more than praise. It's a melody, a signal that tells their nervous system in the simplest possible way, you are safe. Stay just like this. A 2019 study from the University of Pisa revealed something remarkable. Dogs react most strongly not to the word itself, but to the pitch and rhythm behind it. When you say good boy or good girl with that natural lift in your voice, that slight upward curve of affection, it lands in their mind like a soft hand resting on their heart. It becomes a sound they don't just hear, they feel. Think about the moments when your dog relaxes next to you, when their breathing slows, when their eyes grow heavy, when they melt into the floor beside your chair. That is the perfect time to let the word good drift out naturally. Say it softly, not as a reward for a trick, but as a recognition of who they are in that moment. Calm, content, connected to you. Watch closely. You might notice a slow blink, that gentle signal dogs use to say, I trust this, I trust you. When used consistently, good becomes an anchor word, a verbal cue that tells your dog the world is steady, peaceful, and predictable. Imagine how powerful that is for an animal who depends entirely on your emotional weather. Your voice becomes their forecast. And when that forecast says good, they settle into themselves with confidence. This word is a gift you can give them every day. Not when they perform, but when they simply are. Your dog remembers these tiny moments more deeply than you realize. The warmth in your voice becomes a place they return to emotionally, again and again. So tonight, try this. When your dog curls up near you, breathe out the word softly. Let it roll slow and calming. Good. No commands, no expectations, just the sound of safety. Here. At first glance, it feels like an ordinary word, simple, practical, something you say without thinking. But when spoken with intention, here becomes one of the most powerful emotional signals you can give your dog. Because to them, it doesn't just mean a location. It means proximity. It means presence. It means you're not alone. Dogs rely far more on your voice than your gestures. A 2022 study from Kyoto University found that dogs can track the location of their owners using voice alone, even when they cannot see them. That means your voice becomes a map, a living, breathing guide that tells your dog where safety lives. So when you say here, slowly, calmly, without pressure, you're doing more than telling them where to go. You're drawing an emotional circle around the two of you, a quiet reminder that this is the place where they belong. Imagine a storm outside, thunder cracking through the walls. Your dog hides beneath the table or curls behind the couch, unsure and trembling. Most people chase, coax, or pull, but your dog isn't searching for direction. They're searching for reassurance. This is where here becomes transformative. Sit down nearby. Let your breathing steady. Speak the word gently. Here. No command, no urgency, just presence. If they peek out, even just a little bit, it's because the sound of your voice has become the safest place in the room. That tiny movement isn't obedience. It's courage born from trust. And every time you repeat the word with warmth instead of force, here becomes a sanctuary, a verbal shelter your dog can retreat into when the world feels too big. Over time, here evolves into something deeper. It's not just come to me, it's I am with you. It's a reminder that wherever you are, your dog has a home. Not just in the house you share, but in the space your presence creates. So the next time your dog feels unsure, don't rush toward them. Don't demand anything. Just sit, breathe, and offer the word softly. Here. Let them find you in their own time. Let them learn that safety doesn't chase, it invites. Okay. Such a simple word, yet in your dog's emotional world, it acts like a reset button, a quiet release valve that tells them everything is steady again. Dogs tune into your stress more sharply than most people realize. Research from the University of Lincoln has shown that dogs detect even the smallest shifts in human tension. Your tightened breath, the change in your posture, the strain in your voice, all of it registers instantly in their body. That's why when you say okay softly and with intention, it becomes a lifeline. It gently cuts through fear, uncertainty, or guilt and replaces it with clarity and safety. When a dog makes a mistake, knocks something over, hesitates, freezes, or senses your frustration, their first instinct isn't defiance, it's worry. They look to you and silently ask a single question. Are we still safe? Now, imagine answering that question with a whisper. A steady, warm, it's okay. Watch closely when you do this. You might see their shoulders drop, their breath deepen, their tail loosen from its tight hold. That release is their entire body recalibrating to your emotional signal. Your calm becomes their calm. A veterinarian once shared a story about a rescue dog who carried fear in every step. Loud noises, sudden movements, even gentle touch made him shrink into himself. But there was one thing that softened him. The words, "It's okay, buddy," spoken slowly, the way you'd reassure a child waking from a nightmare. Over time, those words became a bridge from panic to peace. They didn't just soothe him, they gave him a place to land. This is what okay can do for your dog. It tells them that mistakes don't break anything. It tells them that you're not angry, that the moment has passed, and that they can breathe again. Used consistently, it becomes a cue for emotional reset. Not a command, but a promise. Tonight, the next time your dog hesitates or flinches or looks unsure, lower your voice. Let the tension leave your shoulders first, then offer the word gently. Okay. See how they respond. See how quickly trust fills the space between you when your voice leads with calm. Love. A word that carries weight for us, but for your dog, it becomes something far more instinctive, a feeling wrapped in sound. Dogs may not understand the dictionary meaning of love, but they understand the emotional frequency behind it. And when you say it slowly, softly, letting the words stretch just a little longer than usual, they can feel the warmth in every syllable. Research from the University of Paris and Nanterre in 2022 found that dogs respond more strongly to dog-directed speech. The gentle, slower, softer tone we naturally use when we're speaking from affection rather than instruction. It's not the vocabulary that matters. It's the intention. It's the softness. It's the way your voice lowers as if you're sharing something meant only for them. Imagine sitting close to your dog, not touching them yet, just sharing the same quiet space. Their breathing has its own rhythm, steady and trusting. Now say the word gently. Love. Let the L linger. Let the vowel float. You might see a flicker, a soft wag, a small blink, a subtle shift in their posture as they lean ever so slightly toward the sound. That's resonance. That's recognition. To your dog, that gentle word becomes a feeling of belonging.
Over time, love can become a ritual, something you share not in the loud moments, but in the intimate ones, before bedtime, during a calm evening, in the soft glow of a quiet room. When the world outside feels loud or unpredictable, this word can become a quiet anchor, a reminder that no matter what happens, the bond between you remains untouched. Dogs remember how moments feel, not the exact details. They remember the calm in your breath, the peace in your tone, the softness in your presence. So when you whisper love, you're giving them a feeling they will carry long after the sound fades. You're giving them home. Tonight, whisper it once. Let it settle in the air between you. Notice the shift. Notice how the room itself feels warmer, softer, safer. That's the power of a word spoken with truth. Their name. It may be the most important word in your dog's entire world. It's the very first sound they learn to link with safety, belonging, and identity. From that first day, whether they were a tiny puppy learning the rhythm of your home or an older rescue discovering that life can finally be gentle, their name became the bridge between who they were and who they could become with you. A study from the University of Tokyo in 2019 confirmed that dogs recognize their own names even when strangers say them. But what they respond to isn't just recognition, it's anticipation. When they hear their name from you, spoken with warmth rather than frustration, their brain lights up with a mixture of curiosity, comfort, and emotional memory. Their name is the sound tied to every walk, every meal, every moment you opened your arms and they chose to step closer. But here's the part many people miss. Tone changes everything. If you use their name with tension, the word becomes confusing, even heavy. But when you soften it, when you say it once with confidence, and then again just a little quieter, something beautiful happens. Their ears tilt toward you, their eyes brighten, their body relaxes. That reaction isn't obedience, it's home. Saying their name kindly reminds your dog again and again, you belong here. You matter to me. I see you. And dogs carry that reassurance with them like a heartbeat. Even hours later, even after the excitement fades, the feeling lingers. So try this tonight. Say their name gently, the way you would call someone you love. Let your voice fall into a softer register on the second repetition. Watch how your dog responds. The head lift, the relaxed shoulders, the small wag that starts slow and spreads through their whole body. That's not just recognition, that's connection. That's the emotional doorway their name has built between the two of you. When you speak their name with warmth, you aren't training them, you're grounding them. You're reminding them that in a world full of confusing sounds, this one word, their word, has always meant love. Every bond has a language, and now you hold 6 of the simplest yet most powerful words your dog will ever hear. Come, good, here, okay, love, their name. Separately, they offer comfort, direction, and reassurance, but together, they form a quiet ritual, a daily rhythm that wraps your dog in a sense of safety no matter what kind of day you've had or how chaotic the world outside becomes. This ritual isn't loud, it isn't dramatic, it's found in the small, ordinary corners of life. When you wake up in the morning and greet your dog softly by name, when you whisper love during a peaceful moment before bed, when you offer okay after a mistake, reminding them that nothing has changed, when you say here and let them come to you at their own pace, when good becomes a gentle affirmation, not just praise for performance, and when come becomes an invitation rather than a demand, allowing trust to grow deeper with every choice they make to walk toward you. These words aren't magic. They don't work because of their spelling or because dogs somehow understand English. They work because of the emotion you weave into them, the softness, the steadiness, the sincerity. Dogs are emotional mirrors. They read what's in your voice long before they understand what's in your mind. When your tone aligns with your intention, when your presence carries honesty instead of pressure, you speak to your dog in a language more powerful than any command, the language of safety and belonging. Make this a ritual, not a chore, not a technique, but a practice of connection. Use these 6 words in the quiet moments, the everyday moments, the moments when your dog simply wants to know that you still choose them the way they choose you. Over time, you will see the change, not in obedience, but in confidence, not in behavior, but in trust. Their eyes will soften more quickly, their body will settle more easily, their world will feel more predictable because your voice has become their anchor. And here's the truth. Your dog doesn't need perfect training. They need you, the real you, the gentle you, the you who speaks with love instead of urgency. With just 6 words, spoken with intention, you can shape the emotional world they live in every single day. Tonight, try it. Say their name softly. Whisper love. Let okay dissolve any tension. Invite them with come, reassure them with good, and offer presence with here. Watch how their whole being shifts when they realize they are not just living with you, they are belonging to you.